What to do after engineering is a challenging question faced by many students. It is the toughest question to answer. May I do ME? May I do MBA? Can I get placed in campus recruitments? Will I get job after coming out of college? You have so many questions like this. But the world is full of various opportunities and one should know when to grab them. So it is very important to find the answers for these questions before the student completes his or her engineering graduation. That is, what are the various career options available for engineers? Among those, which one is more suitable to me? How to achieve it? Do you want to know these answers for all these questions? Then watch this video completely without skipping in the middle. One of the most popular career options after engineering is to pursue further studies. Career opportunities are better when you gain more specialized knowledge of your degree. You can do your higher studies either in India or in abroad. We will see both the options now. Studies in India. ME or MTech is a 2-year master's degree program in engineering or technology. Students can select a specific course and can do specialize in it. The admission for these courses can be carried out by various institute level and university level and state level entrance exams. TANCET exam, that is Tamil Nadu Common Entrance Test, is a state level exam conducted by Anna University, Chennai. On behalf of the government of Tamil Nadu, Anna University conducts TANCET every year. It is an exam for postgraduate courses in the Anna University's affiliated colleges in Tamil Nadu. Similar to Tamil Nadu, most of the other states of India conduct their own postgraduate engineering common entrance tests. Some colleges like BITS, VIT and SRM have their own entrance exams. Another important exam is Graduate Aptitude Test for Engineering, that is GATE. This is not an entrance exam for ME or MTech. It tests the candidate's subject knowledge and announces a score. You can apply to any institute with GATE score to get admission based on the institute's criteria. A good GATE score can give admission opportunities to prestigious colleges like IIT and NIT. If you want to know more details about GATE, watch the GATE 2021 video. The link is given in the description column. The colleges in Tamil Nadu accept GATE score in addition to TANCET score. The candidates having good GATE score need not to write TANCET exam. MBA. Studying management is a popular choice among students after engineering. Engineers with good technical skills get bored in a few years doing the same stuff, and without a management exposure, they may be stuck in a groove. A degree in MBA gives them more exposure and helps them earning more in short time. This is the best option to reach the top position in the corporate world in a very little time. One can get managerial roles after completing an MBA. Managers are amongst the highest paid professionals in India. One can specialize in marketing, finance, human resource management, international business, rural management, etc. TANCET is not only conducted for ME or MTech. TANCET opens a new door of opportunities for candidates aspiring to study ME, MTech, MBA, MCA, MR and MPlan. You can apply to majority of colleges to join MBA using TANCET score. In India, Indian Institute of Management's IIMs are considered as the most prestigious business schools. They take admission through Common Admission Test (CAT), which is conducted by IIMs. Any management aspirant in India would be aware of CAT, which is undoubtedly the most wanted entrance exam for MBA in India. It offers admission into more than 160 management institutes across India, including the 20 IIMs. However, there are several other exams besides CAT that a student can and must write. These would include XAT, SNAP, CMAT, MAT, and institute-specific exams NMAT, TISNET, IRMA, and IIFT. Why a candidate should write other exams besides CAT? Many top schools require you to write their own exams. For example, XLRI Jamshedpur uses XAT, SIBM Pune uses SNAP, Narsi Monji Institute of Management Studies uses NMAT, etc. A lot of other B schools would be using the performance of the candidates in one of these exams as a criteria for selection as well. Studies in abroad. Students going abroad are usually doing MBA or MS, but most of the students go for a MS degree from a foreign university. To do MS, you must clear English proficiency test such as IELTS, TOEFL, PTE, etc. If you have chosen a university, look at which language test does they accept and then start preparing. Apart from these tests, some more tests are there used to test the reasoning and analytical abilities of the students. That is, you have to write GRE to do MS and GMAT to do MBA. Nowadays, many of the business schools are accepting GRE score also. You better check and start preparing. Second option, jobs in private sector. Most of the engineering graduate students opt for job after completion of their course. Since India is a major tech hub in the world today, every year MNCs from all around the globe set up their bases in India. Also, homegrown companies are emerging steadily throughout the major tech and industrial hubs in the country, including Pune, Bangalore, Chennai, and Hyderabad. Naturally, new job profiles are also emerging and job vacancies are skyrocketing. This is why the private sector holds tremendous promise for fresh BTech graduates. However, landing a job in the private sector comes with its unique challenges. The biggest problem is that the supply of engineering graduates is way more than the demand created by private sector companies. This leads to cutthroat competition in the job market. So, what can you do then? You can create a solid resume that highlights your core strengths, skills, and expertise areas. Another vital thing to remember while designing a resume is that different job profiles have different requirements. Hence, it is crucial to tweak your resume according to a particular job profile. Campus placements. Most of the colleges hold campus placements drive for their students. These campus placements help the students in getting a high-pay job even before they get their degree. The student should apply for the desired company and should do good preparation. The students have to work hard since their first year to get recruited in the company of their choice. The overall performance of the student right from the starting is considered by the recruiting companies. It's a great way to start your career. Getting a campus placement gives you security and a guaranteed job when you complete your degree. It is better to get a job through campus placements as it is very difficult to get a job after leaving college. It is up to the candidate to work hard and grab the opportunity. Often, it becomes incredibly challenging to land a full-time job in a reputed company immediately after completing graduation. However, this is the best time to take on internships or apprenticeships. Internships or apprenticeships are excellent means to expose yourself to the real world working environment. They can help to build your professional outlook and attain a deeper understanding of work ethics. Internships are like a short-term training process where you learn the job's ropes, understand how to conduct yourself in the workplace, and become aware of your key strengths and weaknesses. They present the perfect opportunity for you to learn and grow as a professional. If you are wondering what to do after engineering, and if you are good at what you do and you have won over your employer, you may end up bagging a full-time job position in the same company. Sounds enticing, right? It is not an uncommon thing for companies to hire their best interns for full-time roles. Do you want to get an apprenticeship in government companies? Register your profile online to Board of Apprenticeship Training, Southern Region, Taramani, Chennai. Its link is www.boat-srp.com. Want to get a high-paying job at the start of your career? Then you should take a course or certification in an in-demand skill. Many companies are looking for engineers who are familiar with the latest technologies such as artificial intelligence, embedded technology, building design, Six Sigma, power system analysis, Primavera training, etc. You wouldn't have to worry about getting a job because some institutes offering high quality courses also provide placement assistance. Apart from this, one more exam known as IPAT, that is Industrial Proficiency Aptitude Test for Engineers, is there to check the industrial aptitude and proficiency of candidates conducted by the CII, that is Confederation of Indian Industry. The list of selected candidates is available in IPAT's job board. CII has 9,100 direct member companies and more than 3 lakh indirect member companies. They may use this selection list for their recruitment process. Third option, competitive examinations. After engineering, you can also choose to enter government-run public sector companies, that is PSUs, and get a good paying job. The competition level for these jobs is quite high, but it's worth it in the end. PSUs check your GATE score for recruitment. There are multiple PSUs and each of them announces the required GATE score for application every year. They only consider the GATE score of that specific year. If you work hard, then you can even get a job in a Maharatna PSU, that is BHEL, SAIL, IOCL and others. These jobs offer great pay, security and give you a respectable position in society. The UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, recruits engineers under the Indian Engineering Services. This is a government job opening which promises job security and opportunity for growth as well. Indian Engineering Services remains the most wanted career for the engineering graduates in India. Engineering Services Examination, commonly known as ESE, is conducted annually by UPSC to recruit engineers in 4 domains, that is civil, mechanical, electrical and electronics and telecommunications for the techno-managerial posts. The examination constitutes a 2-stage written examination followed by an interview. ESE is considered as one of the toughest examinations in India due to fewer posts and high competition. These candidates, after the final selection, are posted in various ministries and departments of Government of India such as Railways, Telecom, Border Roads, CPWD, CWC, CPES, NHAI, Naval Armaments, IDSE, MES, Ordnance Factories, etc. However, they can move to any cadre, organization, agency, department, ministry or PSU of the Government of India. All these final selected candidates are designated as Class 1 officers. Indian Armed Force. The Indian Armed Force has 3 wings: the Indian Army, the Indian Air Force and the Indian Navy. The Indian Army is land-based, whereas the Indian Air Force and the Indian Navy are in charge of air and water bodies respectively. As an engineering graduate, you can find employment opportunities in all 3 wings of the Indian Armed Force. Only the criterion for joining each is different. For students who are wondering what to do after engineering, joining forces is a good option. The Indian Army is always on the lookout for technically sound professionals who can support the troops on the field. Usually, engineers who join the Indian Army are allotted to any of the 3 branches: Corps of Engineers, Corps of Electronics and Mechanical Engineers and Corps of Signals. You can join the army through TGC, Technical Graduate Course, and SSC, Short Service Commission, Tech Entry Schemes. Unmarried male candidates can only apply to TGC. Nature of job is permanent. For SSC, both unmarried male and female candidates can apply, but the job is temporary. Similarly, after completing your engineering, you can get in through the AFCOT, Air Force Common Admission Test Entry Scheme. You can join the Technical Squad or the Ground Squad of the Indian Air Force depending on your qualifications and skill set. As for the Indian Navy, the government recruits unmarried engineering graduates via UES, University Entry Scheme. It fills the permanent posts by Permanent Service Scheme and temporary posts by Short Service Schemes, RRB JE. The Railways Recruitment Board conducts RRB JE examination to recruit engineering candidates to fill various technical posts in Indian Railways. All the job opportunities we have seen so far are available to engineering candidates in the field of engineering. Other than that, let's pop some of the exams that are common to all. Civil Services Examination. Civil services conducted by UPSC are for those candidates who have the ambition to serve the nation and strive for its betterment. It is the toughest examination in India. The candidate needs to study very hard to clear this exam. The candidates who have a very good score and get a high rank can get prestigious posts like IAS, IPS, IFS. At the state level, the state government service commissions like TNPSC, Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission, recruit candidates to the reputed posts under the Group 1 and Group 2 services. There are also numerous competitive exams such as bank exams, short service commission exams, etc. that take place every year. The Government of India conducts various exams like this. Apart from this, the respective state government also conducts various examinations for engineering candidates. Your job is to select your favorite exam and start studying. Hard work will get you a good job. Getting yourself involved with a well-reputed company is not the only career option for engineering students. That is, the students who love academics can also join Polytechnic as a lecturer. The profession gives ample opportunity to grow one's professional life. You need to complete ME or MTech if you want to apply for a engineering college, but you can give coaching to those students who are trying to get admission to engineering. It can also be an additional source of income and will also help in brushing up the knowledge. If you want a job in government polytechnic, you have to pass the exam conducted by TRB, Teachers Recruitment Board. TRB conducts the exam only when there is a vacancy. This is not a regular exam that takes place every year. And the fifth option is entrepreneurship. This is the best option for you when you have unique business idea and you have also money to invest in your business. But do not get carried away by the idea of becoming popular and rich in very less time. It may happen, but do consider this as a learning opportunity. To start on this path, you should first identify a prevalent problem and come up with a solution for it. The problem can be in any sector. For example, Flipkart removed the hustle of shopping online, and Ola and Uber facilitated taxi travel much easier. Entrepreneurship requires a lot of patience, but the experience of starting and running a new company is priceless. Moreover, the returns of succeeding as an entrepreneur are fantastic. Those who don't have money to invest can try to get loans from banks, or better, they should join some job so that they can earn money to invest and gather experience about how things work in corporate world. Every action requires an appropriate time to give result. Give time to your action. Be patient. Never give up. One day you will succeed. There are many career options for engineers. You can determine your career path after engineering based on your interest, amount of time, money involved, and difficulty level. Always stay connected with your seniors and friends because they can provide you a breakthrough to pursue your dream job. If you want more updates in education, competitive examinations, higher studies, etc., please subscribe this channel and share this video to your friends. Thank you.